How's it going, everyone? So it seems like people are infuriated with the recent Helldivers 2 news, and I can kinda understand why. A little bit of a blindside as far as PlayStation account linking being necessary, and people are letting their frustrations be known, especially on the Steam reviews pages. So let's talk all about it. The team at Arrowhead and PlayStation have done something to really upset the PC audience. Not the PlayStation audience, the PC audience. But this game had been sitting at a very positive reception on PC for a very long time. I believe it was at 85% positive. Now, recent reviews have fallen to 67,000 recent reviews, 62% positive. And why is that? Well, it is because a new post that was made, Helldivers 2 account linking update. Attention, Helldivers. Due to technical issues at the launch of Helldivers 2, we allowed the linking requirements for Steam accounts to be a PlayStation Network account to be temporarily optional. That grace period will now expire. See details below in the post. Now, let me add that this was something, I guess, that they made optional as far as linking your PlayStation account. I don't remember this being something that they hammered home as far as us needing to link PlayStation accounts in the future. Correct me if I'm wrong, if that is the case. I've been following this game pretty closely for a while, and I don't remember this being a thing that they talked a lot about. Maybe they talked about it briefly, maybe in one of those Discord Q&As, but I don't remember them drumming it up that much, but I might be wrong about that. Account linking plays a critical role in protecting our players and upholding the values of safety and security provided on PlayStation and PlayStation Studios games. This is our main way to protect players from griefing and abuse by enabling the banning of players that engage in that type of behavior. It also allows those players that have been banned the right to appeal. As such, as of May 6th, all new Helldivers 2 players on Steam will be required to connect their Steam account to a PlayStation Network account. Current players on Steam will start to see the mandatory login from May 30th and will be required to have a link to Steam and PlayStation Network account by June the 4th. PlayStation Network accounts are free and easy to set up using the link. So if you've already been playing the game, you have until May 30th, but then you'll start to see the mandatory login and you'll have to link by June the 4th. If you buy the game now, it looks like you'll have to right away link a PlayStation Network account. This has led to a ton of negative reviews on Steam. Top review right now with 11,000 people finding the review helpful. So to give you guys an idea, this has gone a lot of steam. The automatons have taken over Sony headquarters. As a result, they have recently made the decision to actively reduce our numbers by requiring linking, sending military secrets with their PlayStation Network. Oh my goodness, this is actually tremendous. In order for our safety and security, undemocratic and making it mandatory on Liberty like by May 6th, 2024. Super Earth Time, the Ministry of Truth has requested that this is undemocratic behavior cease immediately. That is absolutely tremendous. That quite possibly is the greatest Steam review I have ever seen in my life. Pushing back on something while staying into the gimmick of what the game is. Tremendous, absolutely tremendous, and credit to that user. Benis Momentum is that man's Steam name, or woman. I'm guessing it's a man. Is that person's Steam name? That's absolutely tremendous. 43.6 hours he has in the game, so he's been grinding on divers, at least a little bit. Then there's other reviews that are more serious about the situation. I've been seeing a lot of people bring up, and yes, you have to bring this up as well, that it's absolute comedy that they say upholding the values of safety and security. Security is the imperative there, because I think when you think about PlayStation and security, you know, as somebody that grew up in the late 2000s, early 2010s, what's the one security instance of PlayStation that everybody will think of? Oh, let's go back to spring of 2011, where the PlayStation Network had to get shut down for a month because hackers got access to it. Yes, that happened. 1 month of shutdown, and remember they did like the give back program where they were giving away 2 free games afterwards. It was a clown show. The worst part about it was that week you had the release of Portal 2, SOCOM 4, and Mortal Kombat 9. Like, oh my goodness, that was one of the wildest periods in gaming history. You know, as far as my time on this planet, you know, being a gamer, looking at gaming news, I think that month where the PlayStation Network was down was one of the most insane months I have ever experienced as a gamer. And you're talking about me being like 11, 12 years old at that point, maybe a little older, maybe I was 13, 14, but relatively young. And you know, I have like 2 brain cells now. Back then I only had like half a brain cell, so me trying to comprehend what was going on was so insane. And yeah, it's just straight up comedy that we're talking about linking our Steam account to PlayStation in order to uphold security measures. Now, I'm sure in some way this does make Arrowhead's life easier in the sense that they'll be able to update and they'll look at their security measures differently while requiring links. I don't know how this works from an actual, you know, game design standpoint, how beneficial it is. Cross-platform play has been an issue with Helldivers 2, so I don't know if requiring account linking is going to, you know, help with that, but it just seems like this is coming out of nowhere to me, and yeah, people are certainly pushing back, and this is one of those instances where literally this game had built up so much goodwill, and I don't think Arrowhead is eroding all of its goodwill in one fell swoop, but when I've been talking about Helldivers 2, I've been talking over and over again what Arrowhead has done better than a lot of other publishers and a lot of other developers, and that is deliver a direct line of communication from the workers at Arrowhead, the developers at Arrowhead, being as transparent as possible and constantly giving updates. This has led to Helldivers 2 creating a massive amount of goodwill from the audience. That's why people aren't pushing back about monthly battle pass. People aren't pushing back on the monetization because they don't deem it to be egregious. But as quickly as goodwill is built, it is just as quick, if not even quicker, eroded and absolutely destroyed. And if they follow through with this, I do believe they're going to be destroying a lot of goodwill. It's not like the game is gonna die or anything like that, but I do think this is something that they absolutely have to take a second look at. I don't know if this is something that they can, you know, turn away from, so on and so forth. I do know that PlayStation is promoting account linking with a lot of their upcoming PlayStation titles. Ghost of Tsushima, for example, it's been optional with these single-player games. Spider-Man has an optional link that you can offer as far as linking your PlayStation Network account, but it's never mandatory. In the case of Helldivers 2, it will be mandatory. Ghost of Tsushima, I don't know what they're doing that. It's optional as far as the single player, but Ghost of Tsushima also has the Legends component, so it'll be interesting for Legends. Is it going to be something that is mandatory if you want to access the Legends component? And I think for that, you are going to require connecting your account. So we'll see. That is my speculation on Legends. We haven't had like transparent information on that, but we'll see. And I imagine that this, I am guessing that this has to be a PlayStation decision as well, and not just an Arrowhead decision. We don't have actual information on that, so that's just, you know, my baseless speculation. But I would imagine that PlayStation would like to involve their infrastructure in their games, get consumer data, you know, all that good stuff. But that is gonna do it for me. Again, I still think Helldivers 2 is one of the best live service games that has been released in recent memory out of the ones that I've played. I think it treats the consumer with, at least up until this point, with a good level of respect, and I think Arrowhead has built a lot of goodwill with the consumer, but as I said, goodwill as quickly as it is built up, and honestly, for a lot of publishers and developers, it isn't built up quickly. But the real hard part is regaining that goodwill after you've completely evaporated it. Now, Arrowhead hasn't completely evaporated their goodwill, but I do think there is going to be some course correction that is going to be required, so we'll see how all of this shakes out. That's going to do it for me. All of your thoughts down below, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.